Hey Jet fans, come on in, let's huddle up. Let's talk about this win over the Detroit Lions. It was a little bit frustrating and scary throughout the game, but we did end up coming out on top. Nick Folk, nice going Nick Folk, with his consistency in making the field goals. Both teams committed 11 penalties. That was part of the frustration as a Jet fan. But we were lucky that Detroit Lions committed more errors than we did. But I want to look at the positives, okay? Let's look at the positives. Number one, Darrelle Revis. He was able to move all over the field yesterday and cover Calvin Johnson. Johnson had one catch. Now I'm convinced that Revis has healed from his hamstring injury, and the defense is going to be a better defense than what we've played up to this point, even though we're right up there in the NFL with the defense. The defense has been outstanding for us, and it's going to get better, folks. The offensive line play against the Lions, I was happy with. Didn't look like we did much, but considering the fact that Sanchez was only sacked one time, with the likes of Sue and Vander Bosch coming, you know, our offensive line did a good job, especially Damian Woody, having to deal with the injury. He had to leave the game, he hobbled back on, he showed tremendous guts out there. And of course, Hunter did a fine job filling in for him. The running game was pretty adequate. Meantime, Brandon Moore, the right guard of the Jets, did one heck of a job on Sue, the defensive tackle. As you folks know, Sue is probably in the hunt for Rookie of the Year, and he didn't get a sack. Brandon Moore kept him out of the backfield, as well as limiting him to only 3 tackles. So the offensive line did a darn good job. Why am I so frustrated then? It seems like I'm frustrated. We fans of the Jets, and fans all around the league, there are 32 teams in the league, and every group of fans for these teams has been frustrated and scratching their heads from week to week, wondering why there isn't more consistency in the team's plays. Well, the Jets can look right at the tapes after this game and see that they didn't play up to their capabilities yet. I mean, every game that we've won and the 2 that we've lost, the team knows they can perform better. They know they can get better. And for we fans, that's exciting. We're going into a place this week, ladies and gentlemen, that just taught a lesson or opened the eyes to a lot of fans around the league. I mean, we had the New England Patriots nearly on a pedestal. The Cleveland Browns whipped them good yesterday. I mean, whipped them good. Well, that tells you once again how hard it is to win in the NFL on a consistent basis. It's man on man each week, and you're facing different people each week. It's awful tough. So the Jets are sitting pretty right now, in my opinion, not having played as well as they know they can play, and yet leading the division over the Patriots by that half a game that we beat them in. So I'd say things are pretty good. I'd like to forget about calling these kind of games ugly wins, and let's just call it a win, and be happy about it. We need to eliminate the mistakes, the mental mistakes, the physical mistakes, and play better this second half of the season, and I believe we'll see that. I'll get back to you about the Jet-Cleveland matchup later on the week. Until then, let's enjoy being in first place, I'll be back at you. Ready? Break!